Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer. Thank you for tuning into this video. We still see gold and silver in the green. Gold at $1,475, up $6.30. Silver, $16.92. It actually was above $17 earlier today. And we see platinum at $926, down $16. Palladium at $915, down $10. So gold and silver score gains and hit new daily highs post FOMC. So we know the FOMC, Federal Reserve cutting interest rates, all that stuff is definitely going to influence prices. The monetary policies, the dollar index, everything definitely is correlated to silver's price. So this is an article from Kitco. Link will be in the description. Before we start, I do want to mention my 25,000 subscriber giveaway. If you want a chance to win some free silver celebrating my channel hitting 25,000 subscribers, then in the top right hand corner, the pop-up tab will come to it, or link will be in the description. I highly recommend you guys do that and enter, because my giveaways are always extremely generous. So I do want to thank you guys for that. But anyways, let's dive into this article. So gold and silver prices are higher and have hit new highs for the day in afternoon U.S. trading Wednesday. Some short of covering the futures markets, some bargain hunt for the cash markets and are featured today, as the overall marketplace shrugged off an uneventful FOMC statement, which is usually because he mentioned shrugged off, because when the FOMC says something about their monetary policy or the interest rates getting cut or whatever the case is, precious metals usually fluctuate either extremely high or extremely low. But they say shrugged off because prices didn't really budge too much, even though it was an uneventful statement. So it goes on to say that February gold futures were last up $8.40 an ounce at $1,476. March COMEX silver prices were last up 19 cents at $6.90 an ounce. So the U.S. economic highlight of the week saw the Federal Reserve's Open Market Committee, FOMC, make no changes in its monetary policy as expected. The statement said the U.S. economy is growing moderately and monetary policy is appropriate. The Fed says no interest rate cut is built in for 2020 and implies there could be a long pause in interest rate policy, which is an interesting thing we could make a whole nother video about. So the rally in the gold and silver markets post FOMC could be in part because metal traders are reckoned with the FOMC statement would lean more hawkish on U.S. monetary policy. The U.S. dollar index hit new daily lows after the FOMC statement, which is friendly for the metals markets. And that's interesting because this is how intertwined everything is. Even though the interest rates not getting cut isn't affecting prices, it did affect the dollar index with daily lows, which in return does affect prices. So everything is intertwined to some extent, and it's really interesting to see how the dollar is so opposed to silver. The dollar index low, precious metals are high. The dollar index is high, precious metals are low. It's this push and pull mechanic going to it. But anyways, now the FOMC statement and the Fed Chairman Powell's press conference will be closely scrutinized by traders for clues on future monetary policy moves. The European Central Bank meets on monetary policy Thursday. That will be the ECB President Christine Lagarde's first meeting. This Sunday, December 15th, which is tomorrow, the deadline for the U.S. trade tariffs is going into effect against Chinese goods imported into the U.S. So a lot of people are waiting to see what's going to be happening with this. And when news comes out tomorrow, we're probably going to see some affecting prices, or some effective price fluctuating happening. And whether it's good or bad, it depends on how the people will digest this news and how they perceive it as being good or bad. Now, while the U.S. rhetoric this week has been mostly upbeat on the matter, the history of the U.S.-China trade war is one distinct high and low regarding progress towards a deal. So they did come to partial agreement, but now Trump's trying to put it off until after the election, obviously for campaign reasons. So the marketplace knows Trump's mercurial personality, thus markets and traders are likely to remain tentative for the rest of the week and slightly leaning towards risk aversion. So it's funny how people almost want things to be controversial because they know that it's going to affect prices for the better, precious metals prices for the better. Other markets, not so much. So technically, the gold future bulls and bears are on a level overall near-term technical playing field and amid recent choppy sideways trading. Gold bull's next upside near-term price breakout objective is to produce a close above solid technical resistance at the December high of $1,489. So that's interesting because gold has been, we usually see gold and silver rising near the same price, but silver usually is more volatile, which means it hits the extremes that gold doesn't. So if gold is up, rising upwards or rising downwards, silver usually rises to a higher percentage, either higher or lower, which could be good or bad. But if you know how to marginal trade or do this day trading, this day-to-day trading, and you can see when the appropriate times to buy, sell, or hold or trade are, then you can definitely make some profits off silver. And that's another reason why a lot of people do focus on silver more than gold, because there is more money to be made since it does, the prices are more choppy. So anyways, bear's next near-term downside price breakout objective is pushing prices below solid technical support at the November low of $1,453. First resistance is seen at today's high of $1,477 and then $1,480. First support is seen at this week's low of $1,463 and then at $1,465. So we see this very stagnant line, and that is, you can see silver doing the same thing. These prices are almost identical to each other, and this is how, and you can see gold happens first and then silver plays a little bit afterwards. But this is really just showing that gold and silver are correlated to some degree, and I'm curious when their prices will break off and when silver will have some natural price range to it, or when it will reach its natural market, because the markets are so closely tied and pegged together that I think that's unhealthy to some degree. So it goes on to say March silver futures bears have the overall near-term technical advantage. So silver bulls' next upside price breakout objective is closing prices above solid technical resistance at $17.50 an ounce. So the next downside price breakout objective is for the bears closing prices below solid support at $16. So it definitely has to stay above that. I definitely think that silver is going to be in this $17 range, but coming tomorrow, which we'll talk about in a second, could definitely influence things. So the first resistance is seen at $17 and then last week's high of $17.41. Next support is seen at this week's low of $16.56 and then at $16.50. So it's interesting stuff. I definitely think that tomorrow this is going to be a good thing for precious metals. The more things that are thrown at it, whether it's good or bad, the more support that gets built and the more time it gets set up for a rally. Obviously, the U.S. and China are not going to come to any type of agreement. It's all false flags. If anything is said that it might go through, it's always something just to give the media a little bit of attention, a little bit of, just a little bit of crumbs to nibble on while we get distracted or stay distracted with the bigger situations going on behind the scenes, like our debt or even bigger things along those lines. So when it does come to those types of things, those types of controversial topics, it really doesn't affect me. It might affect markets to some degree, but I still think that gold and silver are building stability. They're building resistance against these things. It's trying to bring back some of its fundamental value without the speculative properties that it usually has, because precious metals have gained a lot of speculative perspectives to it, and I don't like that. I don't want speculation to be able to drop prices, and I don't like that, because a lot of this stuff is rumors, lies, and myths anyways. It's not even true stuff. So you can't really believe everything, but these markets are moving off of emotions right now, which is definitely going to, in the bigger picture, it's going to hurt markets, I think. But I do hope that they do get some fundamental support, and I do see that happening with the stock market setting record-breaking highs and how gold and silver still stayed above its support lines. So that's definitely good news. But anyways, I'm curious what you guys think. Where do you guys think prices are going to take after tomorrow? Tomorrow is going to be an interesting day for precious metals regarding how this all plays out. So I definitely inform you guys. I'll keep you guys updated, and that's why it's important to stay subscribed to these channels. Like I said, I just released my 25,000 subscriber giveaway. If you guys want to enter for that, if you guys are subscribed, I do post daily videos. And if you did enjoy this video, make sure to smash that like button. The link to this article will be in the description if you want to check it out yourself. I always go to Kitco, especially this guy Jim right here. He usually gives very detailed analytical standpoints, and I like how he bases the chart analysis standpoint from it, alongside with the context, because that's the best way to give accurate price predictions and a forecast on where prices might actually go. If you're just looking at one or the other, you're kind of missing a large chunk of the other things that you need to also incorporate with silver's price. But anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up here. If you did enjoy it, make sure to smash the like button. Make sure you subscribe for new, because I post daily videos. This was Silver Slayer. I'm out. Peace.